Hey y'all, this is Jerry with Heart and Hand Creations, and thank you for tuning in. I haven't talked on camera too much lately. I've just been in production mode. We're about 8 weeks out from the vendor market, the craft fair, and I've been just doing a lot of production. I've shared some of that with you if you've been following along. But today I have a special project I wanted to show you, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first I'm going to put a screenshot on that shows I had a poll that I conducted on Instagram, and that poll was for my followers and anyone else stopping by to pick out what was their favorite floral pattern. And I had 3 different choices. One was the first one was the butterfly fun floral. The second, or letter B, was the pastel. And C was a boho floral. And you can see those there. And the poll, letter B as in boy, was the winner. So I have now crafted what I decided to make with that floral pattern, because I didn't have anything in mind when I first started the poll. So what I did was looked at a few people that I get inspired by, and one is Carolina's Crafts, and she made a project that is called a one-sheet wonder. You may have heard there are lots of projects on YouTube using one sheet of 12 by 12 patterned paper, and that's what this was. And you get many elements, and in this case I got all this from one pattern paper, one 12 by 12 sheet. Well, she had been inspired by someone, and ultimately it was Treasure Books that has the tutorial on this collection. So I'll link Carolina's Crafts and Treasure Books down below if you want to go and check them out. So what I wanted to do is just show you, because this is reveal week of what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in my Etsy shop, and if nobody's interested, I'll take it to the craft fair. But I'm going to be making more sets of this for the craft fair too, with the paper collection that this floral came from. So the first thing I wanted to show you is that in this one sheet wonder, and this is laminated, so it is going to glare. So I'm going to try to keep the glare off. But you get an ephemera pocket, a bookmark, and holder, although the bookmark came from a coordinating scrap. You get a mini journal, a pocketbook size journal, and even a page marker from the V's, and I'll show you where we cut those from. But it is that one sheet of paper, there was not one scrap left. The only thing that was left was the branding strip down below. And I always look to see if I can use that too. We try to be environmentally thoughtful in our crafting process and have as little waste as possible. So let me just show you what you get in this collection. So first you get this journal. Now Carolina and Treasure Books, they make junk journals. I decided just to have a regular blank journal. So inside what I did is I just used regular paper without being tea-dyed or stained with food coloring or avocado or anything like that. I do make junk journals, but this one, I decided because this was so pristine, I would just keep it that way all throughout. So this has 2 signatures in it, each containing 10 sheets of paper that have been folded. So that's 40 in all. So folded over 10 sheets folded would be 20 and 20. These sheets were hand stitched using a 3-hole pamphlet stitch here. And you can see it has a spine, and there are the 2 signatures in there. And then it's got a ribbon closure. But also what I'm including, as Carolina did, because I had in my stash some pins and then this paper clip that is a pen holder. So this journal, you just slide that on there like that, and then you have a pen with your journal. So this is what that looks like, and this came from that sheet of paper. Then you get this little mini guy. This one is a mini journal, and what I ended up doing was putting in lined paper. So in case anybody needed to-do lists, you know, ideas, events coming up, jot down addresses, anything like that, this easily slips in your purse. And this one doesn't have but one signature, but there are 20 sheets folded in half, so you get 40 sheets in here as well in this little mini. So I thought that was pretty excellent. And this one is hand stitched with the 3 whole pamphlet stitch, but you'll see here that I've included some dangles, and you can see that they're jade and pearl dangles. And then this one is held together with a skeleton binder clip. So this one stays very secure as well. So here is the journals that you get. Included also is this bookmark and bookmark holder. Now the bookmark actually is a scrap piece of paper that coordinates with ribbon, and then I just added a couple of stickers on here before it was laminated. It slips in this pocket, and then I I machine stitched along here, and so this is very durable. Not only is it laminated, but it is also machine stitched, so it will last a good long time. So this is good for everyday use. You notice that there's a V cut here, and I'll show you the ephemera pocket next. There's a V cut here. And I'm going to show you what we made with that. But here's an ephemera pocket. You see that I did hand stitch along. I keep saying hand stitch. What is that about? Machine stitched along here, all 3 sides. And you can see here's the back, laminated. And in here, I've included gift tags. There's several in here that are held together with this clip. Some affirming quotes. A bookmark that has a reading list. And then a bookmark that I have on here that has some more stickers. So you can see this is the pocket. And then with the V's that were cut out of the ephemera pocket and the bookmark pocket, we have a page marker. So I machine stitched along through here, so it created this little guy. And this is a page marker that you can use in your journal or a book that you're reading. And you just slip it on the page this way, and it holds your place. Isn't that clever? So there was no scrap left in this sheet of paper. So the one-page wonder, this is what you get. The pen, the ephemera, 2 journals, bookmarks, a page marker, and ephemera pocket. So I love this collection. So like I said, it's going to be in my Etsy store. And I'm going to be making some more for the craft fair as well and put them in my Etsy store. So just look out for that. The link is below in the description area. And I appreciate you stopping in to check in on me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And check in next week. You never know what I'm doing. Bye-bye.